From here we fly to Polokwane to clear South African customs and immigration. Then on to our destination, Mala Mala Game Reserve. We fly over the Sand River. The Mala Mala Lodge is in the trees. Another perfect landing for Damon. And we're met by our guides from Mala Mala. And a curious giraffe. The minute we get to the lodge, we know this is not an ordinary place. These lawn ornaments are Nyala. We're staying at Sable Camp, but the accommodations are 5-star hotel. And the view is pure Africa, with Nyala and guinea fowl. We hurry and unpack. It's time for a late afternoon game drive. We've seen 2 of the big 5, elephants and lions. Mala Mala claims to have the best big 5 viewing in Africa, so we should see rhino, leopard, and buffalo here. Make that 3 of the big 5. Here are 3 rhino. It's getting dark, and our ranger, that's what they call guides here, gets out the spotlight. Suddenly, we're in the middle of a battle. On the right is a herd of 400 buffalo, tight together, horns facing out. On the left, 9 lions. They're using our vehicles for cover. They attack and retreat. It's chaos. Our ranger slams the vehicle into reverse. The buffalo may stampede over us. But instead, they run into the trees. The lions move to flank the herd. We follow them. We've gotten ahead of the lions and stopped to watch. They're focused on their hunt. Can't get any more real than this. We leave them to their hunt. We're late for our dinner. After breakfast, we set out to find the one missing from our big 5, the leopard. That's not to say that these others aren't interesting too. This lone male lion insisted on posing for us. He's really photogenic. Ugh, the smell. It's the dinner bell for this crowd. It's a rhino. Died giving birth a couple of days ago, and it's really ripe. They may not be pretty, but they have a function, and they're good at it. We find a small herd of buffalo. They don't seem very ferocious. Our ranger says the herd from last night moved into Kruger National Park, and the lions were still pursuing them this morning. These animals are massive. They're one of the few animals that will fight a lion when attacked. If there were a cute contest for antelope, these clip springers would get my vote. No leopard on the morning game drive. We'll try again this afternoon. But for now, we'll stretch our legs on a bushwalk. Back in camp, the grounds crew is busy tidying up. And the trees are full of birds. sunbirds are the African equivalent of our hummingbirds. Time for the afternoon game drive and our quest for a leopard. This elephant is warning us off. We're getting a little too close. Looks like the big animals are out today. And more birds. Bateleur is French for tightrope walker. This magnificent eagle is so named because in flight it seems to wobble from side to side like a tightrope walker. This huge male giraffe has a lot of battle scars. As darkness falls, there she is, a magnificent leopard. She walks right next to the vehicle and looks at us. What is she thinking? She is very interested in a particular patch of grass. She rolls to mark the spot with her scent. Then for good measure, marks a nearby tree. Then she's on the move again. We let her go into the night. Our ranger knew this chameleon lives in a particular tree. On the way back to dinner, we had to stop for a mongoose picture. We finish our morning coffee and get ready to go for the morning game drive. Today is the last full day of this trip. We've seen the Big Five up close, so today everything is a bonus. We're intent on photographing birds, and Sherry says, hyenas, behind us. And she wasn't kidding. They were right behind us, about 8 feet. I think of this barbet as the Mick Jagger of the bird world. It's another leopard. He stops on the road to strike a pose. We follow him down to the river, and he gets a drink. More bonuses. A sand river landscape. These monitor lizards were warming up on the river rocks. It's time for our bushwalk. Or more like a bush climb. We're climbing a kopje, the rock outcroppings that seem out of place in this flat terrain. From the top, we can look across the Sand River to Sable Camp. We have some downtime between lunch and the afternoon game drive, so I'm going to explore the grounds. The light's perfect. It's time for our game drive. It's another leopard. One last look at us, and she is gone. We enjoy one last sunset in the African bush. But the game drive's not over. 2 more leopards have been spotted on an impala kill. Just as we get an angle on the scene, there's a commotion, and the leopards disappear. It's a hyena, intent on stealing the impala. The hyena pulls the carcass down the hill out of view. And just in time, it's a big male leopard. He goes after the hyena. We only hear the fight. Then the victor emerges with his spoils, which he noisily devours. On the way back, we find 1 more leopard. That's 6 for the day. We enjoy our last dinner at Sable Camp and entertainment by the staff. We're up early, in time to see the sunrise. It's our last game drive. Can we find something special? Maybe a not too small baby rhino. This might qualify. It's Africa's largest eagle. Or this curious elephant who reached out and touched the vehicle. Sherry says goodbye to the groundskeepers at Sable Camp. It's back to the airstrip for our last flight. It's back to Johannesburg and from there home. This was a great trip. We stayed at amazing places. Saw natural wonders. Tried new modes of transportation. Met people with lives very different from our own, and experienced the natural world. Thanks to our fellow travelers for making this trip really special. And a very special thanks to Tony and Esther for making all the details of travel disappear. And thanks to Damon and Donovan for piloting us safely across Africa and back.